What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Hey, how you doing? We gonna give it a few minutes to see if anybody pull up. I know today I said I may or may not be doing this, but we gonna get into it anyway. This might give me a chance to be able to just do it without any distractions. I know Here to Learn and Share was gonna pull up. I already knew. Hey, while we waiting to see if anybody pull up, let's just go ahead and get the pleasantries out of the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If this is your first time joining us, I like to say welcome. If it's not your first time joining us, I still like to say welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every single day, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. East Standard Time to talk about the overnight price action. And I get on again, typically at 6:30 p.m. East Standard Time. But during football season, we're doing it at 7:30 p.m. East Standard Time and do a price action recap. Talk about, did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Did we learn anything? And I do it all for the free 99. Why do I do it? Because I just hope to share it in a way that little Timmy Rogers is this person that lives in my head. I just give it in a way to hope that he understand it, in the hopes to helping somebody else understand it and apply it to their trading or investing journey. And I give it away for the free 99 because I want to. Sue me. All thing I ask you to do is hit the like button. I appreciate you if you hit the like button. And I'm talking to you, that one hater. Everybody move. Y'all scoot to the side. Here to Learn and Share. Deb, Laverne, Hatter, all y'all scoot to the side for a minute. I'm talking to that one hater. That one hater. It's always one. It's always you, just one that always hits a thumb down on my videos. It's always one. I wouldn't care if it was 2 or 3 or 100, but it's always just you. You. I'm talking to you. Hey, man. I appreciate y'all for taking y'all time out in the evening to pull up with me. Let me see who in the chat. What's up, Here to Learn and Share? What's up, Deb? What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Laverne? What's up, Hatter? I'm happy you caught the live today too, Deb. I'm happy you caught the live today too. I see a few more numbers than I see names, but I see my sweetie in there too. Hey, baby. I see a few more numbers than I see names, but that's all we're gonna shout out. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Hey. Since we got the internet up, let's go ahead and check out our homegirl. Y'all know who she is. Y'all know her name. We even got a song that we sing to her because we love her so much. Y'all clear your throats, get your vocal cords together, me, and sing it with me now. Spirleen, where you at, baby? There go. There she go. There she go. Hey, Spirleen. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize how bullish today was. I fell asleep this afternoon. Then my mama called me about 3 o'clock. Then I had to go get Chris. Then I take him to a dentist appointment. Then we went to a football game. And man, I ain't realized how bullish we ended the day off. All right. For everybody that was on the Saturday live, the impromptu live, y'all already know what all this drawing is. As y'all can see, we started to push up as we suspected. We started to push up into going back to get the internal liquidity. We made a new daily low for the daily box right here at 38.12.11 on the SPY. And our thesis was that the market is bearish, everything is bearish. So we were looking for it to looking for the market to retrace back up into at least a premium for the rundown from 912, right? From the top of the daily box to the bottom of the daily box. Equilibrium is right here at 396.92. We was looking for the market to retrace back into a premium of at least this leg down right here before continuing any type of sell-off and coming and getting below these lows and these equal lows over here. Now we have equal lows over here, a daily fair value gap, and now we have equal lows again. So it's looking very enticing looking very enticing to the sell side bear monster to come get something to eat down here. You know what I'm saying? We got equal lows, fair value gap, equal lows, right? So it's looking very enticing for the sell side monster to come get him something to eat. So today I was like, man, it'd be a dirty trick if they mess around and push this thing lower throughout the beginning of the week and get into this and then make it bullish. It'd be a dirty dog trick. But looking like they going with what we expected. We pushed up into this daily fair value gap and this daily gap down. Right, we got a daily gap down right here that we can't. Did we feel it? No, we didn't feel it. But in the after hours, we have felt it in the after hours. The low of this count, the top of the gap down is 388.78, and we ended out today at 388.55. That's also the high of the day. So we fell just short of filling the gap down, right? But in the after hours, we have filled the gap down. We've got all the way up to fill the gap down, and we've come back to this breaking structure, right? So this is one piece of internal liquidity that we was looking at, this daily fair value gap, this grayish rectangle right here that I'm hovering around. That's one piece of internal liquidity we was looking for it to get to. So we've reached that point so far. We haven't filled it, but we've gotten to that point. And then the next spot is getting into this daily fair value gap up here, taking out these highs and getting above equilibrium into a premium. So if you put on any calls with the anticipation to get up here, once we get up past equilibrium, I would start closing or start shaving to protect my profits, because like I say, the overall tone is bearish, and this bottom of the daily fair value gap at 382.11 will not be off the table for me until we break outside, until we deliver liquidity to the outside of the top of the box at 411.73. If we keep pushing up and deliver the internal liquidity inside this box to the buy side liquidity up here, then the bottom of this box will be out of play for me for the short term. It'll be out of play for me for the short term, because if we deliver the liquidity up here, that'll be the market giving me the impression that I want to go up and get some more liquidity up here. You know what I'm saying? They take out this liquidity here, that'll be the market telling me I want to go up and get this liquidity up here, because that'll be a breaking structure to the upside on the daily. That's all I got to say about SPY lean. Let's go over here to the ES and see what we did for today. Shout out to everybody that was on the live today, who saw me take the trade down here off of this order block right there. It was a beautiful trade. It couldn't have played out no more perfect. I promise you. I think I took like one point of heat on that trade, because my entry was 354.75. It was 354.75, and the low of this candle right here was 353.50. So that's 3 ticks of heat. No, that's one point. 353.75 would have been 1 point. So it's 1 1/4 point, 1 1/4 point of heat on that trade, because I went in at 3. I think it was like 30. What was it? 38.54.75. So I went in at 38.54.75. So I took 1 1/4 point of heat on that trade, and as you see, it went a whole lot further, but I was only going for a 2-to-1 10-point trade. So that was the morning trade. The morning trade happened to play out right there before the market opened. Let's dive a little deeper to see if anything else played out after the market opened for a morning trade. These are 15-minute candles already, so let's drop down a little bit lower. We came into a 15-minute fair value gap here at 10 o'clock and pushed up. So this is a really big fair value gap. So let's drop a little lower to see if that would have been worth taking for anybody. Okay, so here go the 9 o'clock candle when we opened. We pushed up, got a breaking structure there. We got a fair value gap here that we never came back to. Kept pushing up, got a fair value gap here. This right, we got a 5-minute fair value gap. This is potentially a good entry for anybody. This could have been a good entry for anyone who take the fair value gap trade. We got a 5-minute fair value gap right here. The risk on this would have been to the low of this down close candle right here at the 940 candle. The low of that candle is at 38.63. If you took it off the top of the fair value gap, the top of the gap was at 38.80. That's kind of a big that's kind of big there. That's kind of big. No. I'm looking at the wrong thing. The low is 38.73. Okay, 38.73. The low of this candle right here is 30. So that was just a 10 off the top of the gap. It was a 10-point risk. If you tried to get 50% of the gap, you didn't get picked up on this trade. So anybody who make their entries on the top of the gap for breaking market structure, gap fill retracements, this was your trade for the day. And for anybody who just tapping in for the first time, who don't know what I mean about a breaking market structure gap fill retracement, right here we came down. We had a breaking market structure on the 945 candle. We broke through this swing high right here, pushed up, and we left a fair value gap right there on the breaking market structure. Then we traded back down into the fair value gap right at the breaking market structure. It's a little bit above, but it's right at the breaking market structure. So that's a breaking market structure gap fill retracement. That's the entry right there. For anybody who take that, that was your potential entry for the morning. And it went all the way up, took out your low hanging fruit right here at this swing high at 38.86. That was only at the top of the gap, 73. That was a good trade. That's 16 points. That was 16 points at the low hanging fruit. And then if you held down, what was your next? Then the next target would have been these equal highs, right? These relative equal highs up here. If you held on to that, that would have been what's this right here? The high of that is 38.99. 38.99 from 38.73. That's 27 points. That's 27 points if you held on to the next target. And if you held on all the way up to the buy side liquidity, that was just before the top of the daily box was at the bottom of this white box here. If you held on to the 39.03.05, then you know what I'm saying, do the math yourself. I don't feel like, but that was the morning trade. If anybody took the morning trade off of that type of setup, right? Those are the only type of setups I look for. I took a order block trade today. That's not my normal setup, but I've been really studying the order blocks, so I wanted to take one in real time, and y'all was able to share that with me. Afternoon trade. Let's see if any afternoon setup from the blast off today. From the blast off in the morning, right? We got let's go up a little higher because we want to base everything off the higher time frames, right? So on the hourly, we came up and we left an hourly fair value gap right here when we blast off in the morning, right? So we left an hourly fair value gap when we blast off in the morning. The market was stupid bullish in all morning. Pew, just gunning. Barely offered any sell side, just gunning, right? So when the market guns like that and then goes into like a consolidation type pattern at lunchtime, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what ICT always be talking about? When it blasts off in one direction and then at lunchtime it go into like a consolidation pattern, a lot of times the market is setting up to run stops during lunch and then continue, or run stops and reverse. You know what I'm saying? So it blasted off, right? Went into a little consolidation pattern, right? And so right here, around right here, this 1300 candle, this is during lunchtime, right? This red candle, this green candle, this is during lunchtime. And look what it did, right? It blasted off in the morning, it consolidated, and then it ran the morning stops. Boom, ran stops, and then continued, right? So, and that's how it be. If a lot of times it's gonna be either bullish or bearish in the morning, and then if it consolidate during lunchtime, be looking for what stops it run, right? Be looking for what stops it run. It ran the sell side, and then let's see if it gave, it looked like it might have gave a setup for Risky Randy. You could have entered on the stop run there, and it looked like it gave another run right here when it came back to this fair value gap that we had already got the wax on, wax off on. You know what I'm saying? See, we got the, as a matter of fact, we got the wax on this fair value gap here. We got the wax on that fair value gap there. That thing moved. This make my screen move. And then we hit up, peaked outside this buy side liquidity, right? There's still internal buy side liquidity. And then we came down, got the wax off of this fair value gap, got the wax off of that fair value gap, stopped and wicked up, right? The next candle came over, came down, ran stops, took off. You know what I'm saying? Ran stops, took off. That's your continuation, right? Now let's drop lower and look and see what kind of setup that it yielded. Let's go to the 15-minute first, right? So on the 15-minute, right there, we came, went into the lunchtime consolidation right here. And right here at 12:15, it ran the stops. Boom. Ran the stops at 12:15, right? Thing still got my screen moving. Took off, came up here to this fair value gap right there, right? Came to this fair value gap right there. We just ran stops, stopped at this fair value gap, dilly-dalled around, dilly-dalled a little bit, came down, boom, right where? Into this order block right there. Came down, boom, at this order block in this consolidation, right? What make this an order block? We consolidated. This the last down candle before a violent move, right? We came down to a level of a liquidity run, support level, came down to something important, right? Came down, ran stops, right? This the last down close candle after we made this important move, and then got a violent move off of it. Shot up. You know what I'm saying? Even left a fair value gap right there. That even further strengthens the fact that this is an order block. It was moving so fast, we left an imbalance right there, right? Traded back down where? Into this order block. And look, man, what I was saying earlier, if it's a strong order block, it's going to respect 50% of that candle. Remember this morning when we was over here on this trade, when I got into the trade, I set my line right here. I was like, that's 50% of the candle. It should respect that right there. If it don't respect that, that's not saying that it's not an order block. But if it does respect that, that's when you can just be like, oh, I'm Gucci. That's when you can just sit back and relax. You ain't even got to worry about the trade. Because when it respect that 50%, you can just, that's like, whoo, I was right. You know what I'm saying? So right over here, it respected 50% of that order block. Then, that thing was gone, took off. And where did it go? External liquidity. The top of the daily box was right here at the bottom of this daily fair value gap. Where did it came down? It ain't messed with no external liquidity on the sell side. It took internal, it took internal, it took internal, it took internal, bam, it took external. The market, the algos just continued to take buy side internal liquidity, and then came down to some internal sell side, right? We broke down, took internal sell side right there up under this low right here, right? And then delivered this internal, all this internal liquidity and sell side and all that right there, everything that is soaked up, it took it. Now the sell side is somewhere lower. Nope, that is sell side because that is a swing low right there. It took that sell side because you had a swing low there, you had a relative equal low there, and then we ran it. So we took internal sell side, right, along with all this other internal liquidity that we took over here and delivered it to the external, which was outside our what's name. So you trade set up for the afternoon. If you don't trade during the lunchtime, that wouldn't have been you. And then it gave you another opportunity. If you take order blocks, it gave you an order block trade on the 15-minute and drop down to the 5-minute. It gave you a fair value gap trade right here on the 5-minute. This fair value gap here came down into the order block. Your stop would have been up under this swing low. The stop would have been up under 38.7425. So you had an order block, right? You had a fair value gap entry, right? And so now this right here was not, this one was not well, yes, it was, because it's a breaking structure over here. So it's a breaking structure, fair value gap retracement right there. That's the good old liquidity run reversal right there. That's the liquidity run reversal. You dip into the liquidity pool right here, bloosh. You ran the stops, bloosh. On this green candle right here, you came up, you made a swing high there, you made a swing low there, you broke this swing high right here, left for fair value. Left for fair value gap on the very next candle, traded back down into that, boom. That's your entry there, right? You come up, you take a little bit of heat when it come back to the order block, but you safe because your stop loss is up under this down close candle right here. Then you gone. You gone. That was your trade for the afternoon. Hopefully I did a better job at explaining everything in the price action. That's all I got. I'm gonna put, I didn't put the link in the chat. I'm so sorry. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat for anybody who want to pull up and ask anything. Anybody who want to pull up and share anything. Share anything you want except a bird in the cage. Who else in here? How can anybody hate little Timmy Rogers? It's the knowledge for free. Plus the sub. It don't get better than that. I appreciate you, Dale. What's up, Kareem? What's Ramon? Oh no, that's Raymond. I'm sorry, Raymond. I said Ramon. Ramon is the other one. That's Roman. I've been saying your name wrong the whole time. That's Roman. What have I been saying? I've been saying Ramon, or I've been saying something. I've been saying your name wrong this whole time. What's going on, Sonya? What's going on, Mags K? Cool it now. Ooh, watch out. What's going on, Cool it? What's going on, Audrey? Bullish OB. Okay, sure. I appreciate that. Here to learn and share. What's going on, Valdez? How are you, Valdez? Hey, that's all I got, man. Y'all ain't got nothing? Y'all ain't got nothing? That's all I got for the price action recap. Hopefully, like I say, hopefully I did a good job of explaining everything in the price action that, you know what I'm saying, would have caught my attention, did catch my attention this morning. I didn't see anything in the afternoon. I was sleeping, but looking back through the price action, I just went through to show the, you know what I'm saying, the type of trades I would have been looking at, why I would have been looking at them. Again, just a quick recap for anybody who didn't catch the Saturday live. Basically what I did, I broke down my thought process of reading the price action, right? My thought process of reading the price action is in boxes, right? You see this line up here that say BSL with a capital B. That's the top of the box. Capital BSL is buy side liquidity at the top of my overall box. And this right here is my weekly box, right? The capital SSL is the sell side liquidity at the bottom of my box. That's external liquidity. That's external liquidity on the ends of the box. Inside the box, right, you have daily levels inside this weekly box. So our first daily level was right here from Friday's high. What was Friday's date? The 16th. Was right here from Friday. Well, actually, that's Friday at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? Like when Friday started up at the 6 o'clock candle at night on the 15th. So that's where it was. So Friday entire day of Friday, right? So it was Friday's high was our external liquidity line for today. And just before the market opened, we broke through our sell side liquidity. So since we took the sell side, right, we was looking to see if, and when I said if the market get up here and take this buy side, this sell side will be off the table for me, right? So the market, and the reason why I say that is the path of least resistance is internal liquidity, right? So the top of the, I'm just gonna put a line here for right now, right? Today's line is at that blue. The top of today's line was at that blue line right there. Give or take. It's there close enough, right? So at that blue line, let me fatten that blue line up, right? Just trying to explain how I see the price action or read the price action for anybody who didn't get a chance to catch the live Saturday, right? So the top up here is at 41.78 is the weekly buy side, external buy side, and the bottom of the box that we readjusted this morning because we took the weekly sell side. Boom, we just took the weekly sell side, so now we got a new weekly low and we got a new daily low of the box, right? So the path of least resistance is internal liquidity. Where's the internal liquidity? It lays in liquidity pools like fair value gaps, like swing highs and swing lows. That's where the liquidity lays inside the box. So we were looking for it to go up into this internal liquidity and either deliver it back external or continue to take the internal and deliver it external on the top side. And today it took the liquidity and it continued to take internal liquidity on the buy side and delivered it to the buy side liquidity outside of the box, right? So anytime you see price moving, this is how you can kind of predict or kind of anticipate price moving to an area. You compartmentalize it, right? We're inside of a weekly box from here to here, right? Then you give yourself a daily range, right? You got a daily high and a daily low. So we came and we took this sell side liquidity. Now that we've taken this sell side, we're going to go back and find some buy side. How far up we go, who knows? We just look for the first level of buy side that it takes. And then we see how it moved on these hourly candles. We see right here, we took off, pow, left for order block right here, right? Left for order block right there. We took off and went way up, and we on the hourly level, we never came back. Well, we came back to it right here, but when we came back to it on the hourly level here, I wouldn't be classifying this as an order block just yet on the hourly level because it's not really a super violent move yet. It's only like it went to the top and then we stopped. You know what I'm saying? But this right here is a violent move, so that qualifies that as an order block. So on the hourly level, this wouldn't have been an order block yet on my radar because we hadn't done this move right here yet, right? So you're looking at how it's moving away from that area, right? And looking for what liquidity is going to take, right? So here go the same area. This is when we took the sell side liquidity. We took the sell side liquidity here because the old bottom of the box was right here where my line is, that white line is right cutting through this New York open at 38.53. We're just gonna say it's around there for close enough for government work, right? We took the buy side, we took the sell side liquidity, and then we took off. Pow! You see this move right here? Pow! That's a violent move on the lower time frame. So boom, this right here is identified as an order block, right? We got the violent move, we got the fair value gap, all of that, right? That's identified as an order block. Then price came back down and respected 50% of that right there. Ooh, it further enforces that that's an order block right there, right? Then it took off again. Pow! Gone. That's a violent move. Now, this right here is a doubly order block because it came down into an order block, came to an area of support, which is that order block. it had a violent move and had a breaking structure off of this violent move. You know what I'm saying? Left a fair value gap. So that's why I took that entry right there, because it came and it took buy side liquidity on the internal. Well, first of all, this one right here took off and came to a fair value gap. That was internal liquidity, right? Then it came down and it respected the order block. Stop. It was trying to deliver this liquidity to the external, but Algos was like, I don't want to go all the way out there. I want to go up, so I'm going to respect this order block. Stopped, right? When we didn't deliver this liquidity down to this area right here, that right there was clue number one. We might keep going up. So when we came and we broke structure, took buy side liquidity again, right? Took buy side liquidity again and came down. That's when I was like, we took this buy side, we got an order block. I'm taking this off this order block because we respected this order block. Took it, pow, it's gone. And where did it end up taking it for the rest of the day? We took out more buy side, took out more buy side, took out more buy side, and we still not taking it to the external liquidity, right? Everything is respecting all of the support levels. What are the support levels? This order block, this fair value gap right here. So let's drop down lower to see what it's respecting on this lower time frame right here, right? Let's see what it's respecting right here. Let's go down to 5 minutes, right? We got a fair value gap right there. It's in a fair value gap there. Didn't get to nothing great on that level. Let's drop down some more. We got to go way down to find out where it hit right here. Fair value gap there. It might be something over here. It might be like a breaker or something over there. Let's see if we find anything there. Still a fair value gap there. 2 minute. It may just be a fair value gap trade. Fair value gap, 50% of that fair. All the fair value gaps been at 50% of the fair value gap. So it was just a clean fair value gap trade. That's it. It came back to a clean fair value gap. And that's it. Yep, fair value gap. That's it. That's all it came back down to. Yeah, so it was respecting all of the support levels. It was respecting all of the support levels. We got, okay, this right here, that's a breaker right there. Right there, we got a breaker right there. So you can either call it coming back to this breaker or coming back to that fair value gap. Whichever way you trade it, it's respecting the support. So we got a breaker here. It came back down into the breaker and then pang out, took off, supported off of this order block right here, off of, you know what I'm saying, this fair value gap that got rebalanced, hit this order block, took off. It was respecting all of the internal support and keeping it from falling to the external on the bottom side. So it was showing you, I want to get to the external on the top side. So for anybody who missed the Saturday live, that's it in a nutshell. That's how I look at the price action. I compartmentalize it. I put it in there and I look at what the price doing. I let the market tell me what it's doing. Okay, I just took sell side, right? I just took some internal liquidity. I didn't deliver it to the sell side. I just pushed up and got some more internal liquidity. I didn't deliver it to the sell side. I just pushed up and got some more internal liquidity. I didn't deliver it to the sell side. You know what I'm saying? And then coming back to the other day, right? Coming back to the other day, just say when the box was the bottom of the box was here, the top of the box was there. I came down, I got some sell side liquidity. I didn't take it to the buy side on the external. I came down, I hit this order block here. I mean, this what's that? 1, 2, 3 breaker order block, something like that. Didn't take it back to the buy side on the external. Came here, respected this fair value gap, breaking structure, came down, didn't take it back to the external, right? Push down, came back to this internal liquidity, finally delivered it to the external below this low. The market just was showing you, I'm taking all this sell side, but I'm not taking it back to deliver it to the buy side. I'm continuously taking sell side, taking sell side, taking sell side. Boom, I pop out the box. That's it right there. Hopefully y'all can understand that. That's the way little Timmy Rogers see the price action in his mind. That's how I watch it. It's a million ways to skin a cat. It's so many ways to look at it, but that's the way I see the price action, and that's the way I be picking the areas. I be like, when I be like, I like to see it come here and do this, I like to see it come here and do that, is because this is what I be doing when I read the price action. I please say again, what say? Can you say those levels that you have listed on the top of the, for the internal, for the bottom of the, wait a minute. Okay, so the external sell side liquidity is 38, 45, 75. But right now, that's off the table for me right now in the short term, because we took the external buy side liquidity at 39.05. We took the external buy side at 39.05. So now I'm not looking for it to come back down here just yet. And we're gonna need like a bigger catalyst, like Powell say something stupid to push us down there and take that right there. The external liquidity was for today was 39.05. That was the external liquidity. The internal buy side was 39.03.05. The internal fair value gap was between 39.75 and 39.79. The top internal fair value gap was in between 38.84 and 38.91. And that was all of the internal liquidity that we had marked out for the day. That's all the internal liquidity we had marked out, and we successfully took all the internal liquidity and delivered it to the external. Right now, we have in the after hours, we have no, that's not even after hours. Okay, so at the close, we had got 50% of the way through the daily fair value gap. That was the external on the external of the box. And then in the after hours, we have pushed all the way through the daily fair value gap. Now we got the wax on for the whole daily fair value gap. And now we're getting into the hourly fair value gap just above that, right? Now, mind you, all of this is internal liquidity for the weekly box. The top of the weekly box is at 4178.50, right? All of this, everything that we talked about for today, that's all internal, except for 38.45.75. That's the weekly external sell side liquidity, right? So right now on a weekly level, the sell side liquidity we got right now on a weekly level is I ain't gonna worry about the fair value gaps. I'm just gonna tell you the lows, right? So the weekly sell side that we have right now internal is we got lows at 38.78.75, which is this swing low right here, right? We got more important lows than this one right here at 38.70.25, right? And then we got equal lows at 38.53.50, right? We got relative equal lows right there at the New York Open. We got some more lows at 38.50.75. That's all the internal sell side liquidity that we got right now on the weekly level for the weekly box, the top to the bottom. So now, boom, right? If we start coming down and taking this sell side liquidity, right, on the internal, say we pop down, let's say we go up tomorrow, right? Or just say we drop tomorrow and we take out this sell side right here, right? We're going to deliver it to some buy side somewhere, right? It can be on a daily buy side. It can be an internal buy side. But if we leave this Sell side liquidity at 38.45 alone, you know what I'm saying? The market's still showing you that it want to push up. You see what I'm saying? Still showing you that it want to push up. So now we done pushed up and we done took out all of this buy side, right? We done took out all this buy side and it's all internal, right? So now we got to figure out where it's going to deliver it to on the sell side, because now our daily box is going to be, once we start up tomorrow, our daily box is going to be at the top of wherever we stop tonight. Wherever we stop at tonight, that's going to be the new top of our daily box. So then our working range is going to be, just say if we stop right here and don't go no higher than 39, 34, 50, right? The top of the box will be at 39, 34, 50, right? And the bottom of the box will be the bottom of the box, because that's the external liquidity. We haven't taken that external liquidity, so that'll be the bottom of the box. We just got a bigger daily box now. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I choose to do it, right? If you choose to move your daily box up here somewhere, that's on you. But I'm leaving my daily box there because that's the low of today, right? So that's the low of the day. So then tomorrow, if we come back down and take out all this sell side down here and then take back off up there, it's all good. But let's look at the range of I started out talking about levels and I done got into something else. So the range of today is from there. Let's just go all the way up to where we at now, right? Equilibrium will put us right back. I can't really read them numbers. It's in red. So 38.90. 38.90 is equilibrium from where we at right now. From today's low to where we at now, 38.90 is equilibrium. So, you know what I'm saying? The on like a daily level, the market can get all the way back down here and run these swing lows right here, and that'll just be a nice OTE discount. That'll be a deep discount to take these low, take out the sell side liquidity. I was saying that's laying below 38.70.25. That'll be a nice discount to keep pushing up, right? Just keep that in mind. You always want to know the bigger picture of the market. Don't get caught in the lower time frame bias. We all do it. I still do it myself. Sometimes I be getting ready to jump into a trade and I'll be like, whoa, man, let me back up. Let me back up to the 60 minute and see what's going on. Let me regroup. Let me regroup. You welcome, Audrey. You welcome. That's Andre. I said Audrey. You welcome, Andre. What's up, 100? I appreciate that, man. If y'all 100, you text me something the other day, man. I was supposed to go back and look at it. Text it to me again. You had text me. It was something about a setup. You text me something about a setup, and I meant that you text me when I was dropping off Chris at school, and I just thought about it when I saw your picture of your little ghost wizard man right there. I was like, I was supposed to text it to me again so I can. It was something about some setup. I think it was a setup that you was creating your own setup. Text it to me. I already did what? What I already did. Anyway, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. I hear the rest of my family out there. They done picked up water from the football game. I'm gonna go ahead and call it, y'all. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate y'all for always supporting. I do this. Let me come on full screen to say this. I'm sincere right now. We joke a lot here in the gang. Y'all see Spidey back there, right? We joke here a lot. We try to keep it light. We try to keep it fun. We try to keep it, you know what I'm saying? Just showing love. You know what I'm saying? I'm that cousin, I'm that uncle, I'm that person in the family that's cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always all love in the family. People do stuff to people and people fall out, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm that one in the middle that's cool with everybody. As long as you don't cross me personally, I'm cool with you. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you that you did some creep stuff, and I can still be cool with you. As long as you don't cross me, right? I'm going to keep it 100 with you, though. But we try to keep it lighthearted, but I want to sincerely say that I appreciate y'all, man. And I do this with the hopes that I can help somebody learn a skill or understand a skill better that can change your life, man. I sincerely do. I appreciate all the people that I bought courses from. And I appreciate the people that I learned stuff from for free from. Y'all know what I'm saying. I get tongue tied sometimes. And I ain't gonna hold you, man. This ICT stuff worked, man. It worked. Out of everything I have ever learned, free, paid, or whatever, these ICT concepts is hands down the best stuff that I have ever implemented. That's little Timmy Rogers talking. I don't knock nobody for what they do, but this stuff is the best stuff that's why I get on the internet every single day and I share the stuff that I learned from ICT and I show it in a way that I understand it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people tell me they can understand the way I break it down. I don't know if it's my Lauderdale slang. I don't know if it's my inherited Columbus accent, but hey, I just share it in the way that little Timmy Rogers understand it. And if he can understand it, you can understand it. Because I'm just a dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, man. I didn't know this stuff was available to us. Ain't nobody tell me this when I was in high school. Ain't nobody tell me this when I was in college. Ain't nobody tell me this when I became a grown man. I oopsed up on this stuff because I'm just looking at TV one day and I'm like, man, what's trading? What's investing? This was years ago now. Years. I'm talking about years ago. And then I started researching it, but I never executed. If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk right now. Fast forward to 2020, I started executing. And when I figured out it ain't easy, but it ain't hard. Once I figured that out, I said, man, if little Timmy Rogers from Fort Lauderdale, Florida can do this, anybody can do it. And I promise you, God, if you give me a way to take care of my family and I ain't got to go punch no clock for nobody no more, I will share it with the world like it's the gospel. You feel me? And that's why I do it, man. I appreciate y'all. With that, I'm going to bid you adieu until 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, when we talk about the overnight price action, man. Appreciate y'all. Gone.